Here is the lovely lady from Alter Myth, Miss Ambia Ningrum. She has interestingly branched out from marketing into being a mobile game publishing manager. Let's welcome Miss Ambia Ningrum.
Good day, everyone. My name Abria from Alter Myth, and I want to asking Dion to join with me. Sorry. This is my first presentation with English, and I'm so nervous.
Hello, everyone. We from Alter Myth are representing Final Fantasy. ID stands for Indonesia because it's their first time in every nation worldwide. Secondly, in China and America, that they want to make Final Fantasy local here in Indonesia. So next up, Bria.
Okay, maybe I want to telling a little story about the history making Final Fantasy in the making. One day in March 2011, after a very long introduction through emails, Square Enix team visit Alter Myth office, and that day they give us a question. They asking if they want to distribute Final Fantasy mobile in Indonesia, will it have a good future? And of course.
So I said absolutely yes, because it's Final Fantasy.
Yes.
And the next month, Square Enix officially cooperate with us and publish their product in Indonesia. Next up, Bria.
Maybe the history of Final Fantasy, Dion can explain.
Sure, okay. The Final Fantasy, all we know is from Final Fantasy VII. We don't know the first Final Fantasy ever really rebuilt. So first of all, the Final Fantasy is from 1987. 87 is maybe before I was born. It was made by this devilish young fellow. It's called Hironobu Sakaguchi. Some of them is waving up and down. Okay, he's my god too. It was from Famicom. It was later then become a Nintendo. It's Nintendo Entertainment System. This is actually his last program, game developing in Square Enix. But it turns out that Final Fantasy is not his final fantasy. It's his most release game ever, over by 400,000 copies, and is still buying until this time. So the story of Final Fantasy in Indonesia, it was in the end of the world. Everyone knows the Final Fantasy was first originated as a topic, the end of the world. And Lucan, in the game character, see the future of one of the crystal warriors will help Earth in saving Earth from destruction. And I'm going to tell you something about the graphic first, Great, it's okay? Final Fantasy IV has 4 game mode. The map, the city or the dungeon, battle, and menu. We talk about the map first. At first, it's an original RPG type of game, and it's fun. It's full of adventure. You don't know where to go at first. You killed by a bunch of wolves at first. There's a city, and sometimes a dungeon there. And wait, this is not right. Actually, this is the old graphic. Here it is. This is the new graphic from our team. The Bella is when player party meet up battle monsters and etc. It's the same as more Final Fantasy later on. The game walks by, and then there's a splash in the monitor, and you fight in the game, etc., etc. And the menu system itself is still unique, And you see this menu in all Final Fantasy games. The first one is this simple. You don't need more graphic, you just need blue and stuff like that. So, characters Final Fantasy. I'm gonna tell you something about Final Fantasy at first. We all know Final Fantasy VII, right? Everyone here play Final Fantasy VII? Raise your hand. Whoa. 7. So you know the warrior type, right? What kind of warrior type when you play Final Fantasy VII? Cloud. Yes. The first one is that Pixel, and the Final Fantasy X is from Tidus. It all started with the warrior class. All started from the warrior class. Then is the monk. As usual, the monk is always a team member. Everyone knows which one is the monk on Final Fantasy 7 Up? FF4? No, sorry, for 7 Up. 7, 8, 9, 10. No? Okay, let's see about Zell. Antifa. He's a monk type. Monk type. He fights with his bare hand. And a thief. Of course. Zidane, and then there is Riku. I love her. White Mage. Anyone can know? White Mage? Everyone knows Final Fantasy here. Okay. Of course, Aerith. And, of course, Garnet. Garnet or Dagger. Oh, same. How about the Black Mage? I don't need this. You don't know, you know everything. And second is Lulu. Oh, okay. Lulu. And Raid Mage, I don't know what Raid Mage in Final Fantasy VII, but this is in Final Fantasy XI. They made it right after the first Final Fantasy have the Raid Mage. After this, I don't know. I'll search around. Is it Vincent? Vincent is in Red Mage or not? He wears a gun? I don't think so. So the Red Mage from Final Fantasy XI is from Red Mage, from the original of Final Fantasy. So next is a process. I'm giving it to you, Bria.
Okay, thank you, Dion. This process is, there is 4 steps. Maybe the first is, Dion, research, okay? Research. The process begins with finding out whether people in Indonesia still have interested in a Final Fantasy game. From a business standpoint, research carry out to look into what kind of mobile phone that be current trend in Indonesia, what kind of distribution channel can be used, and the most common and sought after business model in the gaming business. And the second is planning. After doing the research, then we match it with the characteristic of Final Fantasy. Then we plan to use most appropriate way to development Final Fantasy game, and then make the ordinance work from start to the finish for a profile by the party request Square Enix. As soon as they agree, we start the development. And the third is porting. Porting process began with the language translation. The translation by professional translator.
This is a unique story because in Final Fantasy, all the RPG languages are so excruciating to Indonesian language. How do you call Vira in English, in Indonesian? Apira, Blizzara, Esra. So Vira, we talk about it in Square Enix, so they like talking to us. No, we don't need you to put on the Indonesian word for the magic. So it's God, thank God for me. So if you see a Final Fantasy game, Apira. Okay. Next up is the quality insurance.
QA, because of the Final Fantasy game are not casual game that understood by just anyone and happen to have a pretty rabid fans. Then Ultimate use Final Fantasy fans who join in, we call that Final Fantasy Crystalasia, to perform QA with the amount of certain benefits.
Which one is more better than to quality, to check the game with the original, the fans of Final Fantasy here in Indonesia. Of course, it's from the Indonesian itself, the Crystal Asia. So we partner up with Crystal Asia, and they agreed to take on the. I see one of them is over here. They agreed to test the game and having a blast of playing the game. Next up is the business.
The business. Okay. There is platform. Dion? Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. The selection of gaming platform would largely determine of length of working days, release time, and also target of user. And when it released in single platform, it released within 3 months. We should be prepared with other platform to meet the need to diverse user. And then channel. Okay, Samsung, Nexian, blah 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 banyak. Selection of distribution channel also determine the expected profit to be obtained. And just like the platform, we have 3 months, maybe, but not in only one stadium. In every axis in Indonesia, that make the user we grab more numerous and varied. And
Next up.
Endless business model. The perfect selection of business model help us to estimate the profit that we expect is short and long term. Each distribution channel must have its own rules. The key is how we can adjust it with our own products. Maybe from the business, that's the last.
Okay, sure. Summary. We acknowledge our cooperation with Square Enix and Ultimate itself.
Cooperate
So-
with Square Enix.
This is the first time in all the game industry history.
And Square Enix is very kind partner that willing to discuss and give input to Ultimate intellectual properties that actually have nothing to do with their own products.
We have a lot of knowledge from the Japanese, from Square Enix, excuse me, from Square Enix, to know how to make games developing socially in their own nation. So this is a very good cooperation for all of us. The next step is
Beside
how do we go next? So Ultimate is going somewhere. So we are receiving guesses from Japanese, receiving guesses from all the nations on the whole wide world. So what about our developers? So here's the deal. We can publish our games here. The helps of the Square Enix or the help from ourselves, so we can make our developers more by publishing some of your games or some of the nation or whole world nation games on our on our cooperation. So
we see so many novice developer
yes.
who are good and produce many great games, but have not able to monetize their products. That's why at the beginning 2012, Ultimate from a publishing division to establish to opportunities to developers who did not have powerful marketer in the team or want to learn monetize their product to join Ultimate.
That is all. So on behalf of Ultimate, Brian, and myself, Dion, we thank you so much.
Thank you.